Alrighty, and we are live. First, want to give you a little bit of an update. If you do hear noise in the background, my sister and her friend just got back together. My sister's been through a lot right now, so I'm just gonna let her be in her room. But I'm gonna say hi to everyone in chat, and I'm gonna say thank you to all of you who've been here before even the start of the stream. And I want to say hello to everyone. Make sure to say hello. I also want to shout out JLB Nerdy. She most likely will not be with us this evening, our other moderator, but we do have James here. He is one of our moderators. So hello, James. Thanks for hanging in tight for me while I have been de-stressing with Triple P on his Star Wars stream. Excited for all of you to join us, and we'll just talk Disney. We'll talk all about things I've done this week, as well as things that I'm going through next week. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. So say hello to James Ryan, and I'll say hello to everyone else in chat. We have Rachel. Rachel, personally, I love this. You share things in common with me. I also have hearing loss, so I became deaf in 1 ear due to a mystery brain virus as a child. Don't know exactly how that came from, but you can do that. And say hello to Hyde, a big Disney fan. Speaking of stuff that's coming up, that's going to be in my talking segment for what's going to come up this week. We have Tim Pruitt. Hello, Tim. Thanks for joining. And happy early birthday to Big Disney fan. His birthday is on Wednesday. Yep, so that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm going to be a guest on his birthday stream with Walt. I don't know if it's both Walt and Marie, but I know for sure Walt from Mouse Talk as well as Dean from the Lime Place. I haven't met him in person, so that would be really nice. Oh, and by the way, ignore my face. I've had a really big breakout lately. I don't know why, but I have been. Let's see. I'm trying to see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I gotta figure out a name for you guys because the autism world's kind of interesting, but I'll have to do that. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see. Let's see. And James, thank you. Yeah, make sure you smash the like button. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. I also want to thank Mara in Memphis. I don't know if she's here, but she just subscribed to my channel. So I'm really excited to join you guys. And let's see what else is going on. How can we become a mod? Rachel, I can actually do that through. No, I can't do it on here. Let me go to the stream on my iPad, and I will add you as a mod. Hey, Rob Fuzz, thank you for joining. That means a lot to me, especially as someone who's brand new to the world of YouTube and all things that. Yeah, I'm really excited. This is my first live stream. I should probably have introduced a live stream. So you guys, this is my first live stream supported by the Live Place. Dean has kindly put it up this week in a quick amount of time, actually. So I've been really appreciating his quick response, as well as other Disney creators collaborating with me throughout the next couple weeks. And I'm just really excited to be joining the Live Place family. So make sure, if you haven't checked out Dean, make sure you check out Dreamers Empire on his YouTube channel, as well as his website, theliveplace.com. It goes to all different kinds of channels. I'm under 2 categories. I'm under special needs as well as Disney creation. Give me 1 second. And I just want to warn you guys before you start here, if I have weird eye contact with the camera, for those of you who are able-bodied that don't know much about autism, eye contact was a really big issue of mine growing up. So if my eye contact isn't perfect with the camera on videos as well as on live streams, that is due to the autism. Sometimes the input's too much and my brain doesn't want to focus on that one thing at a time. Let me go ahead and pull it up. Rachel, I'll make you a mod right now. Give me 1 second here. My brain is kind of going 1,000 miles a minute, so, and I gotta turn this down so you guys don't hear an echo. Ready? Give me 1 second here. All right, Rachel, I believe it's working for you, so give me 1 second here. I'm gonna say hello to everyone else in chat, but Rob, that means a lot to me. Really does, truly appreciate it. And we have Mara Memphis. Thanks for recently subscribing. I really appreciate that. You guys are all awesome, and thank you for joining me into the Disney family. It means a lot to me. Um, Big Disney fan. I'm going to start with a few for now, just so I can catch up with the stream links. And I don't know, Rachel, do you follow Dole Whip Dad? Because he has a Slack. If not, I will create the I'll create like either a WhatsApp chat or something like that, so I can get you to everything. So yeah, my setup is actually going to be right behind me, where everything's set up right here. I just have to anchor it to the wall. I didn't feel confident using it because our floor in our apartment right now is really uneven, so I wanted to make sure it worked okay for everyone. And did not have the computer fall off because that would be awful. Okay, Rachel, I do see you follow Dole Whip Dad. If you're not on the Slack, contact Jeff and he'll put you in the Slack group. I'll go ahead and make a chat between Jenny, JLB Nerdy, as well as James Ryan, who's here. Um, and James, just put that up. You guys can also find me on Twitter. If you guys love Twitter, I use it for a lot of advocacy posts, especially with community captions, which is the big thing I wanted to highlight tonight. YouTube is trying to get rid of the community captions feature here on YouTube. And to someone like me who's hard of hearing, as well as the deaf community, we were not talked to at all about, well, obviously I'm brand new, but other deaf creators as well as other hard of hearing channels and special needs channels didn't get asked any feedback based on this feature. And it's something that's pretty important to me. I feel like everyone should have the access to watch the videos, regardless of what kind of person you are. I get frustrated on Instagram. Instagram's the only social media platform that does not have built-in captioning that you can make for videos, which is really frustrating. And when I'm trying to watch some of my favorite creators on the platform, it's really frustrating to see that captioning isn't there. And for somebody who has an out of state or like an accent or someone who's from another country, it's really difficult to understand, except for Disney Dan, oddly enough. I can understand him perfectly clear, and it's really strange, and I don't understand. Oh, and Mike, thank you for being here. I saw you early subscribing last week as a fellow disabled person. I'm with you. And just to remind everyone in the chat, if Mike is here in the chat, please do not use capital letters in chat. It ruins his voice to text app that he uses through VoiceOver. Which, for those of you who don't know VoiceOver, go over and pop onto Molly's channel. There's a technology video for blind people, and basically kind of tells you what VoiceOver does and how it works for someone like Mike to use his phone every single day. I'm actually really I'm reading the chat here somewhere else, and I'm seeing that I'm pixelated here, but I'm looking clear on this end. Is the sound off? Because I'm seeing I'm pixelated here. Hold on, let me take off YouTube. Any less pixelated? What site is she talking about? I It's a YouTube channel named Molly Burke. Rachel, if you love following disabled channels, you need to follow her. She's one of the biggest disabled creators out there, and she's working amazing things to change the aspect of those in the disability community as well as the blind community, because a lot of people follow the typical media stereotypes. And Rachel, you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to that, terms to that kind of thing. So looks like we're talking storms. We had a pretty nasty one earlier today, but luckily it's gotten better. D&G supporters, thank you for showing up, and good luck tomorrow on being on Disney Nerd Herders channel, because I think he said you were in a upcoming stream with them, and I'm really proud of my channel. I have to give credit where credit's due. Jeff gave me a really big boost on my channel. It's something that meant a lot and something that he said, just do it. Like, what are you waiting for? And I'm thinking, what am I waiting for? And that's kind of thing. And then also, since a lot of you don't know me, kind of wanted to give you a little bit of my story so that way most of you guys see me in chat or in other streams as well as on videos here, the way to basically know a little bit more about me. So I've disabled pretty much like within the first couple of years of my life. I got an ADHD and autism diagnosis within a year. Was nonverbal until the age of 5, and then after that, I luckily started talking and gradually got to where I am today, fully out of high school on my own, as well as trying to return to college next fall. So that'll be interesting. Um, what else? I also have an ADHD diagnosis. And for those of you who don't know what ADHD is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which basically means that my brain runs 1,000 miles a minute, and sometimes I get super crazy by certain things. For example, sugar is probably one of them. And that's the one where I have medication to take care of for that. And it is Gregory. Oh, good to know. Well, now I know that. I appreciate it. And Rachel, thanks for sharing the channel. I really appreciate it. Um, and the thing about my story is that my story is very unique. A lot of females on the spectrum, Rachel can probably can relate to it. I was diagnosed on the spectrum very small at a very young age compared to a lot of other females on the spectrum. And I had a lot of support along the way. And I kind of want to shout this out. So, James, if you can put that link in the description I sent you on Slack earlier today about a video. I did a video collab with April Roga. If you guys want to learn more about either my journey with autism, as well as my journeys with the special education system here in the United States, and also my younger sibling, Allie, who might be popping in on the live streams here and there, will be on that stream sharing her perspective of what it is to be a younger sibling, to have a younger sibling that has an older sibling with a disability. Kind of shares her insights on what friends is like, how she explains it to people, and maybe the things that frustrated her growing up. Um, mm, I don't know what that means. And speaking, Rachel, in April, I was literally just talking about you. I was just talking about the collab we did on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, you didn't put me in a Facebook room chat, so you can go ahead and add me. Allie will be added on at a later date. Right now, she's been kind of obviously getting out of the mode of high school and trying to figure out what she's doing. I'm going to allow her to figure out what she wants to do. But James, if you have that link, go ahead and share that. If you guys haven't watched the stream, please go and watch it. And it kind of gives a perspective. We also have another guest, Valerie, who hires parents to help with IEPs, which is individual education plans for those of you who are able-bodied that don't know what that is. Sorry. And D and G Explorers, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm also having a stream with Disney Dan in the works. I'm so excited, and when I have a date, I will certainly be announcing it on my social media. Perfect, April. That's perfect. I will definitely look forward to that. Because I had so much fun on Tuesday. I had so much fun. And speaking of sister, my birthday was on Tuesday last, or not Tuesday. Is it Tuesday last week? Yeah, Tuesday last week. And before I went to my sister's graduation, she bought me this. She bought me a Mickey sweater, and I hate texture, so um, she knows I don't like texture on the outside, but it's kind of like a velvet almost on the inside, on the outside here. It's not complete velvet, but it's kind of similar. And the inside is like a fleece, which she knows I love fleece. So it's like perfect for me. It's really cozy and I love it. So yeah, I have to shout out Allie here. Allie, thank you for my birthday gift. I appreciate it. And then my mom also turn the camera around. That sign that's in the middle there, right there. My mom bought that for me for my birthday on Etsy, and I don't remember what it is. It looks warm. Yeah, I'm originally from the Midwest. G&G Civ Explorers. Originally born and raised in Wisconsin as of Team Mold. And it's really exciting. I love it. Looks like we do have a question. Yep, that's a perfect. James, that's exactly the post. So if you guys want to look that up, maybe April, if you're still here, maybe you can edit the description to add my username in, or like as a hashtag on my channel. on it, so that way if people look up my channel, they can be able to find it. Let's see. I saw a question here. Valerie Apramanium. That's exactly it. Sorry, and by the way, if you guys hear background music or background videos, that's my sibling. But the future setup will be right here, and I'm hoping to have a magical day will be behind me. But as of right now, it's on the bed until this thing is anchored. um, oh, Mara Memphis had a question. So, and it's a really good question. How did you choose your channel name? Which is a great question. So my channel name is Make It Blue, a Disney Adventure. First of all, that's what I wanted to name my blog when I started because I thought it was a really catchy name. It was something that was easy to remember. And it was also kind of a thing because my venture with Disney really propelled me to where I am today. From a young age, I've always gravitated towards Disney, and my mom is an autistic mom. Kind of sticked with it and it worked. And the Make It Blue reference is actually, and Doe Whip Dad just posted a video about his live stream scheduled for the weekend. So shout out to Doe Whip Dad. Make sure you guys check his video out after mine, as well as his live stream starting at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is Disney Pins Live. I love watching him. He's so much fun. But the Make It Blue reference is a campaign that Autism Speaks does every year. I'm really apprehensive with supporting them, and Rachel, she could also attest this. Autism Speaks in the past have had issues with not knowing when the money goes to. I personally, if I tell people to donate, I usually lead people towards Autism Society, which does a big help in helping young families who are just getting through life with autism. So Make It Blue is a Disney reference, and the reference is to a campaign called Light It Up Blue, and it's basically a nationwide effort to light buildings blue on April 2nd every year, and throughout the month of April for a lot of autistic families. So that's why I chose it. And my adventure with Disney has gone a long time, and I worked as a cast member, and my journey is not over until I go back to the company at some point. And hello to Jeffrey. Hey, Jeffrey, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. And for those of you who want to follow me on where I'm most active, I am most active on Instagram. My Instagram is right there. James put it in the chat. So if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure you guys go follow me. You also can see some of my DCP adventures. Not that many because you have to be really careful when it comes to what you're changing with. What is, oh, I'm sorry. Did subscribe to your email. Also, if you guys haven't checked out my blog as well, James also has, oh, somebody visited my blog. Thank you. I don't know if he posted the blog on here yet, but I don't think he did. But some point tonight, James will be sharing the G&G Explorers. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Excited to learn more about you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to see. What is in the chat that we all type in that Dole Whip Dad uses? It is using Slack. Rachel, if you're not with the Slack, go ahead and message him on Instagram and let him know about that. All right. Let him know that Caitlin needs to add you to a chat for moderators. He'll definitely add you. He's been a big supporter of mine since day one. He was the first subscriber to my blog, which is awesome. And Pat Flynn reviewed my blog, so I will be making some changes here soon. Yeah, I agree. James is an amazing moderator. I will say that. So yeah, this is her blog, and actually, Rachel, that's my newest post. So that's one of my newest posts. Mr. Cheesy Pop. If you guys haven't followed him, you need to follow him too. Thanks to everyone who's been on. Now there's 3 people on my blog. I appreciate it. This is what I see when it comes up on my end on my iPad, because I used it. Oh, I used Wix, and yeah, Rachel, you can just go ahead and message him on Instagram, and let him know Caitlin sent you, and just tell him that we need to be added to the Slack work page. He'll add you for me. I'll message him tonight about that. Anyways, Mr. Cheesy Pop, he shared it on his story with my Changing the World one video at a time. I'm hoping to get it to Molly's hands because I told her that I would on a live stream, but I haven't been able to access her. So maybe if we all went on Twitter and shared the link with everyone, she would be able to see it. But basically, when I see your guys' chat, because unfortunately I don't see any of your names or anything when I see my blog, but I can show you what's going on here. So hold on. So right here, this little one, it tells me visitors. I usually put an automatic stuff on here, but that's how I see it. And hey, we got the Adventures with Gonzo. Hello. It's Caitlin, by the way, Gonzo, but you can still call me Blue. I don't mind that. I'm actually doing very well, doing much better. A couple weeks ago was a little frustrating when I had 3 live streams shut down within a few minutes, but luckily I figured that out. And James has also posted my Facebook page. If you guys are big on Facebook, make sure you guys go follow me there. I'll be posting YouTube as well as new blog posts and new things in my life. If I have my CM journey starting a lot sooner than I do, make sure you guys do that. Yeah, April, definitely have everyone doing the chat. And for those of you who watch the replay, I want this answer too. I'm curious on all of your paths crossed with me, how you guys found my channel. That would be awesome because then it gives me more insight to how I'm learning with you. And I am going to collaborate with both. Rachel, don't have Instagram. Rachel, how about you do this? Email me at crk3972@yahoo.com. Email me there. And then once I have your email, I'll give it to Jeff and he'll add you. It just makes it easier, or we can find, figure out another way, whether it's another app we can talk to each other. We'll figure something out, Rachel. We have 4 sites, so this is what I see. I should probably turn this around so you guys can see. Is my brightness is too bright. Hold on. And I will be making a video on how I use technology. Oh, there we go. So this is how yeah, absolutely. Message me through Facebook. You should be able to send a message on my Make It a Blue Disney Adventure, but I will friend request you on my personal Facebook for that. I just don't like going on it. But if you guys were on the site, it would tell me how long you've been on the website, what oh, one's doing my hearing loss. Yes. And then what posts there are. Most of them are the Changing the World, one video at a time. And it's kind of awesome and I love this. I love Wix. I've been loving using it, especially for someone who's disabled. Mike Wheeler, actually, you might be a great person to test this out. Mike Wheeler, my website is supposed to be voiceover accessible, so maybe I should have you test and make sure one of the posts is actually working for voiceover. But that's what I see when you see it. Make sure if you guys are visiting it and you want to know when the newest post goes up, you guys can subscribe via email or you can follow on that. And so, yeah, go ahead and do that. April, yeah, Disney Nerd Herders is a big one. They actually have an autistic daughter. Don't quote me on that, but I think I do. Okay, April, hold on. And then Jessica. Oh, and I love my new phone case. It's Otterbox, and I just got this phone. But I am keeping my old one, which was a iPhone 8. And I'm using that for filming. I actually have a light coming, so I'm going to use that. Autistic son. Thank you, Jeffrey. I was trying to remember which one it is because there is another family that who has just an autistic daughter. Give me 1 second here. Rachel, let me see if it goes through here. Thanks for 2 people. Okay, Rachel, I got it. All right. All right, I got it. I'll message you back after the stream while I'm watching Dole Whip Dad's stream, but I got it. James says I went through mutual membership with Dole Whip Dad. Yeah, Dole Whip Dad is a big one. April, you need to follow him. He's awesome. Yeah, you need to watch Creator Talk. He'll teach you all about the stuff that I never knew about. and help me with lighting and that kind of stuff. And I found a way to decorate my desk. And also my newest purchase. These 4 items here are what some of my newest purchases for my annual birthday kind of festivities. Um, and my favorite one is this one is a Pop Funko. I love collecting some Funko Pops, and it's the Skyliner. But the coolest part is that Mickey's on the outside of the Funko Pop. It's so fun. I love watching this. It's so cool. But yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy this so much. And I love the design that they use the outside, but I wish it was like almost the clear like they originally had, but it's a decoration on my desk just to make things a little bit more entertaining for me when I write blog posts or something. And then I always have Shelly Mae with me. This one actually has a story to her. Maybe I'll share it with you on next week's episode. Maybe that'll give you something to talk about. But she's a college program memory for me. That's why her shirt's kind of has nothing on it anymore. But she has a lot of memories and a lot of fun times that we've had with her. And I love that she's holding a pin trading bag. It's really cute. I love it so much. Maybe I should ask you guys, how was your weekend? Maybe I can ask everyone. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Son named Avery. That's right. Yeah, Shelly Mae's story is awesome. I really enjoy her story. And I forgot to turn off my pen for my iPad. Oops. Good thing it's rechargeable and not the battery kind. It's my kind of world, unfortunately, at the moment. Oh, and I love about my iPad is that the iPad cover is magnetic with my keyboard. So I can actually write blog posts on the go if I wanted to. Which that's what I'm thinking because we're not 100% yet, but we most likely will be going on a cruise on that way. So yeah, and I forgot to put a banner up. Okay. Oh, and I just realized I never changed my name. Yeah, all right, and I forgot to put that banner up as soon as I got here, and I knew I would forget something, and I'm a little annoyed, but that's okay. Yeah, I love my name. I honestly wouldn't change it to anything, honestly. But yet again, I grew up 24 years with it, so I just realized there's one more here. Yep. Sorry. But yeah, I'm glad. Well, me neither, unless it was Disney. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to see. Never spent a lot of time in the stores now that the kids are older. At Disney, yeah, I've seen that happen. For me, I guess I have a more of an attachment because I was a cast member in stores, so you kind of got used to seeing people all the time. I'm just really excited for my opportunity to kind of take care of this and kind of make my voice heard in terms of the autism and disabled world, as well as my Disney content, because my goal is to become a cast member again. James, I love this. She had her name for 24 years. Wait till she hits our age. Well, James, I was given a 20% chance to even make it to the age of 2. So if I'm here 24 years, I'm very fortunate. I always tell people, like, if I was, this is a really weird way of thinking in my head, but if I was to not make it to, like, let's just say 30, like, I would be okay with that because I've accomplished so much and I've overcome so much that I feel like I've accomplished what was to take away from me, you know? I'm not putting bad vibes in the air. I'm just saying that I'm very fortunate to live the life that I have. While we took spells, we always took a little shopping time, but sometimes it was to get out of the heat. Tim, that's most guests that I interact with. So you are not alone in that thought. Trust me, you are not alone in that thought. So, Rachel, that's a good question. A lot of people don't answer. So, if you guys haven't watched my birthday stream, go ahead and watch it after this. I am gonna remake the thumbnail so it's a little bit easier to understand because I didn't have time to make one. Um, my job as a cast member was doing merchandise. Um, Cast member, and it's kind of complicated because it depends on what area you were put in. Because sometimes merchandise would be in like Main Street Confectionery or um, some of the bakeries on property, and you would have to learn food and stuff. My end, I just did regular merchandise, so no food for me. It was perfect. I worked at Disney Springs Zone 1, which doesn't exist anymore. Disney Springs has gone through a lot of management changes as of lately. Um, so my zone is in two zones now. One zone has pin traders and then a bunch of other stores, and my other two was marketplace co-op as well as trendy. I loved my home and I miss my home a lot. Shout out to Michael and all of his team if he's still there, because Michael, he was the best. He was the best leader and someone that, gave me a lot of hope in a really important time in my life at that time. Oh, well, James, I can't change mine now. I'll never remember a new one. Love it. Mara Memphis says, just watching and listening to you, I can understand why Disney guests wouldn't think you have a disability. Honestly, Mara, it was more heightened at Disney, honestly, than at anything else, especially during busy times like weekends, as well as evening shifts before closing. You would have definitely have noticed. And if I asked my coworkers the same thing, um, trying to think. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. This is what happens with an ADHD mind, so this will happen a lot, so keep that in mind. Um, Mar, the only thing that's really understating is the autism world, and a female is more invisible than a male perspective. I luckily, it took me a lot of hard work to get to where I am today. It took me 12, 13 years of speech therapy, 6 years of physical therapy, and a few years of occupational therapy, as well as just kind of figuring out what I can and can't do. And it kind of just goes from there. It's something that um, it isn't something that can be noticeable right away, but when you get to know me, you'll get to see my antics. And it happens, trust me. Rachel can attest to me about that because, like, Rachel, I'm sure people have told you you do not look autistic. By the way, first of all, that's the number one thing not to say to any disabled person, period. It just makes our diagnosis seem invalid. It makes our hard work to get to where we are, like, not worth our time, you know? You work so hard to be the best you can possibly be, because I tell people that autism can't be fixed. ADHD can't be fixed. My hearing loss can never be fixed. But if I can make myself the best potential me that I can be, it's perfect. That's what I achieved for, and that's what my family told me to achieve for. Um, and I kind of just went for it, just took it one day at a time. Sometimes that's what it took, especially at Disney. There was a lot of days, a lot of shifts that I took it one day, sometimes 1 hour at a time. My leaders actually sometimes had to pull me out because I was so overwhelmed in the area I was in. Um, but unfortunately, Mar, I did have a guest who did call me out for faking a disability, unfortunately. Um, and it was after talking with the boy at the time, because I did my cast member job in 2016. I did my job when it was still Asperger's. I had a little boy with Asperger's that I was talking to, and the mom was crying. She was like, "Thank you for being a role model for him." He's like, he doesn't see himself anywhere. It's like a lot of the disabled world, kids just don't see themselves in the world, where they want to be, what they want to do in life. And it's nice just to sit there and be like, okay, things are going to be okay in the end, and you can do anything. And I told him, I said, make sure you listen to the people who care about you the most and listen to what they have to say, but also in your mind, think that you can do any dream you can pursue. Just work towards that one day at a time, whether it's something small or whether it's something big. And unfortunately, right after that conversation, the guest didn't even leave the store, and a lady walks up to me and just screams in my face, "Why did you fake a disability in front of a disabled child?" And it was so beyond frustrating. My friends were mortified when that happened, as well as my leadership was really annoyed about that. And they were really serious. They were really concerned about me at that point. My leaders pulled me out within a pretty quick amount of time. I told them, I said, I need time to get into the back and recompress myself. Everyone's freaking out. And then people who were on break were like, what's going on? Like people are freaking out on the floor. And I said, I guess just call me out for faking my disability, even though I do have one. And it's awful. It's not something I have. Rachel, you hear me. Thank you. Somebody hears me. Yeah, Rachel, you might want to follow Molly Burke official on YouTube if you want to hear more about those kind of stories. She definitely has some, and she has a lot of perspective in life. And she's blind, but she's awesome. And her guide dog, Gallop, is the cutest thing on the planet. Yeah, that guest was awful. It was not a fun day. I can tell you that. And that kid, oh, big Disney fan, I need you to know that because I'm a cast member, you do need to follow Disney protocol here. Please say friends with or hang out with. Make sure it stays. We keep the magic for guests. That's something that really annoyed me too. I had parents that I see in the park that would just flat out tell their kids, yeah, flat out tell their kids that Mickey isn't real, and that that made me so angry as a cast member. I'm like, don't ruin the magic for them. They're only small for so long, and you just want to do that. Rachel, yeah, very rude. Oh, my management was so onto that. I had really great people. Oh, I'm so excited. I was so happy. For those of you who are in Disney Springs who want to find a couple of my friends from cast members, my favorite people are Billy. He is a coordinator over at Pin Traders, as well as others in Zone 2, which I think is Once Upon a Toy and Star Wars Galactic Outpost and Goofy's Candy Company, I think. Um, but yeah, I think so. But yeah. And then my leader was Michael. If you find a cast member that's in normal, regular, like business attire named Michael, tell him Caitlin sent you, and tell him thank you for standing up for me. He's amazing. He was a U.S. Navy veteran, which means that Disney hires everyone on the spectrum, whether it's disabled U.S. veterans, which is awesome. Which means everyone deserves a spot to pursue the dreams, which makes it awesome. Thanks, Rachel. And Rachel, I will be sending you social media links so that way you're on it. James is a really good question. So, what are your steps to returning as a cast member? Sorry. Everything okay? Okay. Sorry. No, it was my family. What steps do you take to return as a cast member? That's a really good question. My college program is a plus. My current plans are to fully graduate from school first. Once I graduate from school, I can start applying for either another college program or a college program internship, like a Disney College Programs internship, which is a level above a college program. So the way that it works is the college program is at base level, which means a lot of the frontline cast members will work there: custodial, merchandise, character attendant, attractions. Those kind of roles would be that. But if you are working a Disney professional internship, you can go into the major you are wanting to go in. So I'm currently wanting to go into hospitality management or doing business administration with a minor in journalism because I really like writing. That's why I have a blog. But the steps for me would probably be going back as another college program or a college program internship. Um, I would really like to do another college program. I wish I did more during my college program, honestly, and that's what I'm making a video for a lot of the fall arrivals who kind of are coming into this wide-eyed, especially right after the COVID situation and all that. As well as returning with some of my cast and kind of hanging out with them and supporting them in this journey because they've gone through a lot, especially with the Florida unemployment system. Oh, they've had so many problems with me, with them not getting paychecks since April 19th. A lot of them aren't getting any paychecks, and it's really scary. But yeah, I would say college program would be an option. And then if I was to return as a cast member, I probably would put it in right before my college program ended. There's a program called Transfer Genie that can transfer you either to a part-time or full-time role. Sometimes they do seasonal, but seasonal's kind of getting, they're kind of trying to cut that. So let's see. Oh, Melissa, hi. Nice to meet you. Rachel sent me. Rachel, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I miss my cast member life so much. Like, it's something that is so underestimated in my world, you know? It's awesome. Oh, I miss it. I miss going to work, even though I didn't work in the parks. I worked at Disney Springs, but sometimes the background music would make me cry when I go back to the parks because you took so much time out of your day to hear that, and sometimes it was my motivator to go to work and just be like, "Okay, this today is gonna be a good day." And when I would have my favorite friends in the area, I would be so excited and I would be like, "Yes, like, it's gonna be an awesome day." And the best part of my college program was I received an applausogram during my time, which is now is a hot commodity because not many people had the paper ones. So I have it framed and hanging right in front of my door so I see it when I walk out of my door room every day. So it's something that's fun. So Melissa, thank you for joining and thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Hopefully I maybe can talk to you both. Maybe you can guys can learn from a cast member. That'd be fun. Looks like everyone's saying hello to Melissa, and looks like Walt is here too. Hi from Mouse Talk. Hi, guys. Okay, funny thing you say that, James. James, I literally live in North Carolina, so it's not that far from me. Um, but thank you, Mouse Talk. Thank you for coming in, and thanks for the discussion in Mission Space. I love sharing my opinion that I love that ride. But I will say for the autistic kids that are not good on the spectrum, oh, they would have a problem with that ride. Oh, there's a tons of things at Disney that's kind of going back and forth, but that's okay. Big Disney fan. This is a good point. Doesn't the Disney stores have handheld shopping baskets to make shopping easy? I'm trying to remember what happened for my program, but mine is different. So the college program, or at least Disney Springs, works a little bit differently than the parks do. I know that, like, if we were doing the dress shop or doing Pandora, we could hold things for guests, like, while they were shopping, but, I don't think we had a handheld shopping cart. Now that I think about it, I don't think we did. Yeah, I don't think we did, and if people were buying stuff, we would just have them hold them for them. So I don't think we do. So, yeah, Mouse Talk, thanks. Rachel, you were awesome. Thanks for sending Mouse Talk over. I really appreciate that. Mike Wheeler says, have you eaten all your oranges yet? Love that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, Tim, are you talking about the meetup? I was just going to say that's interesting. Let's see. Thanks for the 13 of you that are here. This is awesome. I haven't had a stream this big in quite some time. And I have friends, and I've never had like 13 friends talking all at once, which is kind of awesome. Hello, Alyssa. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, just contact me on Instagram. Instagram is my best way of contact, as well as Facebook message on my Facebook page. It's also a great place to go. Hey, and we got Kelly here also. Hey, fellow cast member, but with DVC and not with the parks. But Kelly, I will have to ask you: is DVC considered in the Disney parks and resorts like umbrella, or are you considered separate? Because I've always wondered that. Because cast member or college program kids usually wouldn't be working the outside of DVC. That would only be DVC only. I know Character Warehouse does, but I don't think Disney Springs does. I don't remember seeing them. Yeah, Jeff's co-host is here. Yeah. I will be right before Disney Pins Live, and this is something that's permanent. So this is something that's going to happen every 10 p.m. Eastern time on Friday nights. Right before Dome of Dad, I really want to support his channel. He's been a big supporter of mine. He was the first one to subscribe to my blog and become a member of my blog. So it means a lot for me to help somebody else. So yeah. I told Kelly to come. Yeah, I told Kelly in her live stream on Spilled Disney Tea. I told him I was popping in to get pumped up for my show, but I didn't know if she knew I was on the live place. And just to shout him out again, James or Dean from the live place, thank you for hosting me. Thanks for adding me onto your family. Thanks for making me the first special needs channel on the live place. It's definitely that's really big. Oh, good to know. Perfect. Kelly, thank you for letting me know. You worked in Magic Kingdom. My friend, my college program friend, also worked at uh, Magic Kingdom after she worked at Disney Springs. She worked at Emporium. Oh gosh, that was interesting. She said it was a lot different than Disney Springs. She said, I'm glad you worked at Disney Springs. You would not be able to handle it. So, whoa. Mar, well, I'm glad you're listening and not trying to type at the same time because, man, that would be interesting. Mouse Talk, yeah. James, maybe you can send, put in the link to my stream, or Rachel, if you want to send just the regular blog website for him to check out. I currently have worked in a couple of posts right now. The biggest one on my channel, on my blog right now, is Changing the World, one video at a time. It shares some of my favorite Disney creators, as well as some of my favorite disability advocate creators. One Instagram, as well as Molly Burke Official, who I really support her channel. She's one of the biggest disabled females to have a YouTube play button. She has almost 2 million subscribers right now on her YouTube channel. She has almost 4 million now across her social media. She's amazing. I love her to death. She's really changing the way that the media or anyone pays attention to a disabled person. It makes me really excited. Mar, I'm actually vegetarian. This is why I was laughing, because I'm a vegetarian. So never really eaten that in my life. But yes, I agree. I'm right in between DisTube, or no, Mar, I'm not in between DisTube. I'm in between Disney Pins Live and Spelling the Tea, which, first of all, both of them are great. Oh, Mouse Talk. This is the website right here. Go ahead and check that out. Would love for you to subscribe to the email list or become a member. Dole Whip Dad's already on the list. And it's awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Mouse Talk. I see it. Thank you, Rachel, and thank you, Mouse Talk, for checking out my thing. Thanks, Rachel. I really appreciate it. You guys are gonna make me cry. Like, I haven't had something this big since my college program, which is it's almost 4 years ago. My end of my college program would have been on August 4th of that year. Oh, I just got the notification. Boom, boom. Yeah, Jeff has so many live streams. So I got this straight for you, Mara. I'll let you know. So Friday nights is only going to be Dispin Live and then his Beauty and the Baits in the morning. And then Saturday, he does just Beauty and the Baits. And then on Sunday, he does DisTube at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. No, 10 p.m. It's either 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then an hour later, he's with the Lynn Project doing the creator talk. Because I watch both DisTube and that, because that's how I figured out Team Mold, because Team Mold and I share something in common. We both grew up in Wisconsin. And I'm also going to make a video about Wisconsin Lions Camp. I've been a former camper from there, and I want to support them throughout this entire quarantine. They have had to cut campers as well as cancel camps for the summer, which is really disappointing because it's a really big thing that led me to where I am today. So that makes me a really big thing, which is exciting. Mike Wheeler says, yeah, there's a lot of channels and people I'm going on. Goodness, Mike, that's a lot. That's a lot of live streams, 35 different channels. Mike, I give it to you. And with voiceover, man, that would be stressful. Oof. I always tell people that you can never explain my disabilities, and it's something that I tell people, like I emphasize to people about that. And I'd always tell people the best way as an able-bodied person to learn about somebody is just to get educated, and not be ignorant to the topic, because when we're not ignored and when we're listened to, sometimes you can learn more that way. Matt Waltz, thank you for doing that. Yeah, if you guys want to do an interview with me at some point, or talk about some kind of thing, just let me know. Yeah, Mike Wheeler, I'm giving you props. You are doing amazing, buddy. And he also supports Molly too, which is awesome. James, are you trying to come up with rumors here? And that is a yes, James. We are putting in a we are definitely be putting um we're working on it. We're finding a date. He's been pretty busy as of lately. He's trying to find a date. I'm working retail, so it's kind of challenging to find times. But we're figuring it out. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. Especially since our birthday, we're going on more. He during his stream during pub talk at 4 o'clock this afternoon, um, he said that he goes on rants, and I said, I just said it as a funny thing. I said, well, we didn't rant too much about the Disney College Program buses, and he's like, oh yeah, we need to do a stream just because of that. And it's like, okay, that's going to be interesting. I'm also thinking about doing something with Kenzie Days. I love doing wow, Mike, I won't make you a moderator so you can have less stress in your life because man, that would be interesting. Um, Joy Rush. I'm gonna have to follow her. Mike, I will look into that because I love supporting disabled creators because we deserve to have a voice in this space. I can tell you that. But yes, James, we're definitely doing that, and then we're doing an ICP, CRP, and Disney College Program kind of stream. We don't have a date on it, but once I do, I will definitely be sharing it with all of you via social media. Probably this is the best way I'm gonna let you guys know about that. But once I have a confirmed solid date, I'll let you guys know. Let's see, Rachel, I would love to collab with you one day. Just again, if you have any ideas, just put it into the Facebook message. I would love to. Yeah, Mike, I give you props, man. Ooh, ooh. That is an interesting concept. So I actually should show you, Rachel, since you're not on Instagram, I can at least show you some pictures from my Instagram live. Give me 1 second here. Chrome tab. I'm gonna make a new tab here. I'm gonna put a new one. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm just gonna make this so I can see it better. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Disney Dan's awesome. Once I met him on my Disney stream, my birthday stream, it was so much fun. He was so much fun to learn. But this is my Instagram, and I will pop into my profile, Rachel, so that way you can kind of see some of the pictures from my DCP adventures. Let's see. Well, actually, this is a quite a never mind. Well, this is my best friend from my college program, Grace. Um, she's an amazing human. She's working for Orange Theory right now, and she just got word that her Disney stream is awesome. Mike, I will look into Joy right after the stream. And what's the time? We got 7 minutes, people? I just wanted to show you what my graduation photo, because that was something I was really proud of. James Ryan, love this. Gee, Mike, I thought Stacy Rogers was busy. Love that. Well, this is one of them. I don't think I've ever posted the picture. Well, now that makes me sad. But this is at Chatham. Let me see if I can zoom in so you guys can see it. But this is Amy Puddles, another big Disney college program vlogger. She did vlogs about her Disney programs internship as well as her college program internship. Um, and this was my graduation day, and this is my hat, and I actually still have the hat. So I'll maybe put it in another stream, maybe next week, so that way I can give you guys like a heads up about it. And then, hey, and then Mike, when you have time, this is not urgent, but my Wix website should be voiceover accessible. So let me know by checking out one of my blog posts and see if let me know if that works. Because I would love to send the blind community over if they can get some information from me too, because I know that's interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna stop that. because I just wanted to show you that one thing. And then since I'm now towards the end, I'm definitely going to be shouting out what's going to be coming in the next week or so. So that way you guys are up to date with what's going on. It's not confirmed right now, but April Roga, I might be joining her as a co-host or some kind of segment on April Roga's channel with the Net Funding Movement. If you guys are wanting to help support the disabled community or allow families that are Disney people, as well as those who will follow the disabled community, make sure you send them over to April's channel. A lot of help, especially with families. Check out my Instagram, Make It Blue a Disney Adventure _ under all the names until a Disney Adventure is all together. My Twitter is Make It Blue Adventure, ADV, all in one word, no spaces, no caps. And I will have to go back in here and find the link for it. No worries, Mike. If I'll look for Joy during the Dole Whip live stream. I'm just making sure to have enough time before they leave here. My Twitter and then my blog. Make sure you guys go check out my blog. I think the newest posts that are going to go up is. Oh, Mike, Rachel linked the blog above if you want to check that out. Just let me know if there's any snafus with voiceover. That'd be great. So that way I can figure out how the best way is for you. Or I can edit the post and send it to you. That's easier for you to read with your voiceover. And James, thank you for that. Yeah, this is my Instagram. Make sure you guys go check it out. I am going to be posting a lot more on it, especially as of recently. And I'm almost to 500 followers on my Instagram, I believe. I think. I can't 100% commit to that. Yeah, I'm like almost 30 away from 500. So if you guys have people that you like that like Instagram, make sure you go share that to me, as well as my Facebook page, Make It Blue Disney Adventure, if you search on Facebook pages. And then what's coming up in stream. So right after me, you guys all head over to Dole Whip Dad's channel. He's doing a Disney Pins live stream. I'm not sure if he's having one tonight because his granddaughter arrived this afternoon, which was really exciting and really cute to see the picture of. And then right now I'm making a face, and there you go. Can we tell Jeff? Absolutely, you can tell him that I sent you. Absolutely. There's my Facebook page as well. You may have to just take off the end of that. I couldn't figure out how to send it without the ending of that. And then what's up for me in terms of my blog and YouTube? So blog, I'm probably going to be posting one post, and that is going to be a what was it? Sorry, it was about life in quarantine, what it's been like, especially since I've been back to work for the past couple of weeks. And in terms of YouTube, I'm creating in-depth ways of doing my blog post online, especially for people like Mike. It's going to be easier for them to watch a video rather than rather than trying to figure out a blog. So I'm going to be doing that. I think the first one is the autism, because April said that you're a great advocate, and that's something to share. So I'm definitely going to be sharing my voice about that. And then also I'm doing a video about cast member status, if we get any information about college program resuming, as well as my international roommate. I need to give a shout out to Elizabeth, my international roommate. She is applying for an ICP program or a CRP, which is the same program Dan did, which is a cultural representative program. And she might be in the Epcot Pavilion come January. So I am really thrilled for her, and I'm really excited. Rachel, thanks for messaging her. Yeah, Mar, speaking of Kenzie Days, I actually messaged her on Instagram. We actually share a common interest of doing planning as well as YouTube. So I will definitely that would be definitely awesome. So I am going to finish up here in just about a couple minutes. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. For those of you in the replay, the biggest question I have for you to ask is, where did you guys cross paths with me? Did you guys find me at a live stream, or you found me on my blog, or you've already followed me, whether I was a cast member and I was friends with you? ICP is an international college program, and CRP is a cultural representative program. I should probably explain that. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that most people know CP language, and most people don't. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. You all have a magical day and night, and you guys enjoy yourself, and thank you for joining me for the first episode. Make sure you come back at 10 p.m. Eastern Time next Friday.